Hey guys, Jeremy Henderson here, and this is day 2 of my 90-day challenge. I welcome you back, and I have a question for you. What is your home business vision? What is your end game? I like to call this my end game because that just sounds a lot cooler to me than home business vision. But what is it that you want to accomplish in your home business? Now, this is something that I am continuing to work out myself. It's something that I've struggled with and continue to struggle with because I know the importance of having a destination, having an end game. You can never get to where you're going if you don't know where you're going in the first place. Um, Take this example for instance. I have a good buddy, one of my best friends in the world, that lives in Westminster, Colorado. I live in Rockwall, Texas. Let's say we talk on the phone and say, "Hey man, let's hook up and for lunch tomorrow." And so we say, "Let's do it." And we both get in our cars and we start driving. How long will it be before we actually meet up? Well, the chances are highly unlikely that we'll ever meet up for lunch the next day if we don't know where we're meeting. And so it's very important to consider what is your end game. What is the thing that you want to accomplish? But not just is it important to know what you want to accomplish, but it's also important to understand why you want to accomplish that. If you don't have a good, compelling reason tied to your desire to get to the place, then it won't mean much to you. For example, I have loosely thrown out before that I'd like 10,000 a month residual income. If I throw that out there, but I don't have anything tied to that, a good reason why, then there's nothing that's gonna motivate me to accomplish that vision. I won't reach 10,000 a month because I have no reason to. And so you need to identify what is the real reason behind what you want to accomplish. What is it that it's going to gain for you? So maybe your $10,000 a month allows you to pay the bills without having to worry about it. Maybe you've had an experience or a month where you weren't able to pay all your bills, or you were extremely worried about not paying it. Think about the emotion that was tied to that. Think about the fact that you were afraid of not being able to pay the bills, or the fear that it created inside you, or maybe it was just this stress that like you've never experienced. Many times people will act based on their desire to avoid pain or pursue pleasure. And so in this instance, your desire to pay all your bills and make a $10,000 a month income to make that happen is tied to your desire to avoid the pain, which is stress, which is fear, all those negative emotions that you experience when you don't have the opportunity to pay your bills. So that's an example of diving down into your why and what it is that you really want and why you want that. As you begin to do this process, what will happen is your values will come to the surface. The things that you consider valuable. For me, one of my high values is the value of family. I was blessed enough to grow up with a mom and dad who I had a great relationship with. My mom was fortunate enough to stay home with us and be a stay-at-home mom while we were growing up. And so she spent a lot of time pouring into our lives. My dad was an entrepreneur himself. He owned his own business, and he was really there for me all the time. Every sport that I was involved in, my dad was there at practice and games. And not only that, he took time outside of those times to help me improve in the things that I was interested in. So one of my high values is family. Why is it family? Well, because when I think about family relationships, I associate the pleasure that I had with the tight bond that I have with my mom and dad, and the relationships that we formed, and how I know that that's a positive experience. So one of the things I desire to do is to have a strong family relationship in my own family, in my relationship with my wife, in my relationship with my kids. And that's one of the things that drives me. The last thing I'd like to talk about is the fact that once you identify your why and your values come to the surface, you need to take action toward your vision, toward your end game, and do so in a way that's in congruence with your values. Okay? If you say, I want to make $10,000 a month, and you literally do whatever it takes to accomplish that goal, let's say you work late, you wake up early and work early, and you spend zero time with your family, but family was one of your values, and you get to 10,000 a month, but what you find at the end is that you no longer have a family, or the relationships that you do have with your family have been badly damaged. Was it worth it? Is 10,000 a month worth it if you had to act in a way that was not congruent with your values? So get out there, have a vision, have what you want to accomplish. Think about why you want to accomplish that. What's going on? What's at the most deep places in you that makes you want to accomplish that goal? And then finally, act. Take massive action towards your goal in a way that's congruent with the things that you find valuable, and accomplish what you desire to accomplish. Thanks so much for being here for day 2 of my 90-day challenge. I encourage you to go down to the comments and tell me about what your vision is, and tell me why that's important to you. One good thing that you can do is to make your vision public, to tell others what you desire, why you desire it, and that will begin to help you move toward that. And I'd love to hear about your vision and learn more about you as well. So just go down to the comments, tell me about your vision and why you want that, and then expect to hear from me in the next 90 days about my own vision. I'm continuing to work on that. I'm going to take some real good time to spend time and discover what is it that I want, and why do I want that, and why I want that, does that match up with the values that I have. I love you. I appreciate you. Have a great day.